Jamal, what is the atmosphere there where you are earlier? Some skirmishes, a few people taken to a field hospital there. Have the protests been largely peaceful there where you are, though?
Totally peaceful. In fact, the skirmishes, or those who were brought here, were wounded in skirmishes elsewhere in the capital. But here in this protest that has, in a few minutes, will be entering it, or at the end of this hour, will enter its 30th consecutive day. They continue to be peaceful without any violence in the square behind me. Now, the general sentiment that is being expressed by the crowd behind me, one is basically concerned with or focused on two messages. One, they're very much encouraged by the increase in the diversity of those who have been coming out to protest against the military coup or to protest in favor of democracy, as they've been saying over the past month or so. Two, they're also insistent that their protests are ones of peace, that these are peaceful sit-ins in the face of this call by General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, as you heard Rawia talk about, to mandate the army to combat terrorism. I'm going to bring in now Marwa al-Hufnawi, who is one of the young protesters who's been gathered here now for the past few weeks. And I want to start by asking you, what do you make of this call by Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on the Egyptian people to come out and support, to instruct the army to combat terrorism?
I actually refuse to be called a terrorist myself. I'm an Egyptian civilian, someone that supports democracy. I have no weapons on me. I am not from the Muslim Brotherhood. I just want my country to be free. I support democracy, and I just want to talk about our identity, who we are as Egyptians, what we have asked for in the previous revolution, the 25th of January. We have asked for democracy, we have asked for freedom, we have asked that the military just goes away or just retreats from the political scene.
Do you think that the military's call for people to join or to take to the streets is an attempt to show that they also have support, the same way that you have been coming to the streets? Don't you think it's their right to show that as well?
I actually think it's not a call for that. It's more of a call for a civilian war. It's just provoking people more and more and increasing the gap of conflict between people. Everyone is out in the street now. Conflict is just being exaggerated between people, and there is tremendous sensitivities among even families within their homes. I truly, truly do not support his call for the protests.
And in your view, do you believe, who is it that you believe is running the country? Is it the military or is it the interim president? Who really is the one that you're protesting against, or the one who you're trying to get your message across to?
Definitely, with no doubt, it's the military. I think most of the people, either here or outside the square, don't even know the name of the interim president. A lot of us are not even interested. He has not had a strong situation or a strong presence in the political scene at all. Sisi has been exposed and has been all over the media with different statements all over the place.
And I want to ask you, I mean, how long are you willing to remain in the streets? It's been a month now. Morsi, not only hasn't he been reinstated, but now he's been charged, held for 15 days. How long are you willing to continue to protest for Morsi to be reinstated?
Pretty much for the rest of my life, if that's what it takes. I have a daughter, and I'm pretty determined that she grows in a free, democratic country.
And my final question to you is, those who have been here or who have been gathering, in terms of the makeup of it, is it purely a Muslim Brotherhood rally, as many have been saying, or do you feel that it is maybe a bit more inclusive to other walks of life?
It's definitely inclusive. I mean, it just takes a simple cruise around the square to see the diversity of people. Again, I'm not from the Muslim Brotherhood. I'm not from the... I actually differ in some instances with some of the policies of the Muslim Brotherhood and Morsi himself. This is not about Morsi anymore, and it's not about the Muslim Brotherhood. It's about the freedom of Egypt. It's about democracy in our country. It's about who we are, what we stood up against, and what we fought for.
Marwa, thank you very much for speaking to us there. So